business value that we've been talking about all morning. And this is a quote that took place in 1950 something, and it says, manager, needless to say, expect their manufacturing and sales departments to yield a good return and will go to greater length to find out whether they have done so. Likewise, training directors, they have to do the same thing. They have, might be well advised to take the initiative and evaluate their programs before the day of reckoning arrives. And this is the day of reckoning when it comes with the financial crisis. Immediately we start shaking because business is getting away from us. We're not getting results, or we cannot show the return on investments for what we do to the CEOs and the decision makers in institutions. Where are we now? This is where we come from now, where we are, and we'll look at some facts, some studies that have been generated by the Western world mainly, but it's relevant to our work. This is the 5 fundamental principles of Kirkpatrick models for evaluation to ensure the results at the end of the training level. So number 1, we need to think of the end in mind, and this is one of the habits of Dr. Covey. Put the end in mind, he says. One of his habits is basically, we need to look at the results. What results I want to do, what results I want to get from the training program that I'm doing. And I take it from there, and these should be my objectives. And then, only then, I design the training program. Only when I basically determine the results that I want to achieve, or the results I want to achieve from that program, only then I design the program and the outcome of the. So always, before I attend any program, or before I design any program, I must agree with the jury. We call them the jury sometimes, okay, who will evaluate us and evaluate our effectiveness, what results they want. And once we determine that, only then we design the program to achieve that results that satisfy those jury or the decision makers. So to do this, these are the 4 levels that I talked about. We don't start from the reaction and then we check the learning and the behavior and the results. No, we check the results first. So we put level 4 first in our mind, and this is what we mean by the end in mind, or the end is the beginning. Second principle, return on expectations, is the ultimate indicator of value. Okay, so the value that we need to know is we need to know what's the expectations of our clients. And once we determine that, it will help us, achieve the results that we want to achieve. What the successful training initiative delivers to key business stakeholders, demonstrating the degree to which their expectations have been satisfied. So the stakeholders, who are they? Is it those participants who attend the training event, or is it the training manager who sent those, or the business line manager, or is it the CEO? So we need to determine who's the stakeholders, and we need to focus, and we need to know their expectations. Because we teach that. We say, when we talk about customer service, we say we want to exceed, we want to reach delights. How do we reach customer delights? We need to give more than what the customer is expecting. Customer expectation is here. We need to be above their expectation. We need to be higher than their expectation, and only then we get. So I need to know the stakeholders' expectations to be able to fly over their expectations to ensure that I'm getting them what they like or what they prefer. Principle 3 is about business partnership. It's no longer about hit and run. It's no longer about getting those smiley face and that end of session evaluation that says all excellent, and sometimes they do it out of courtesy, they do it, they give you an excellent rating, but it's about business partnership. It's really about getting into the client's premises, getting into the client's, overall, their mission, their vision, their core values, and trying to put all these within your training program, and you need to market what they stand for, their cultures, their core values within your training program, so at least they know that they are aligned together as their directions or as per the destinations that they put for themselves. So business partnership, it's all about business partnership. Principle 4, value must be created before it can be demonstrated. So we need to create the value. And once we create that value, only then we can demonstrate it. I will, hopefully by the end of the session, will, as much as I can, I'll try to show you how we get there. How to, create that value. This is, by the way, my friend, Dr. Jim Kirkpatrick, the son of Don. At the end, the principle 5 is to get to the chain of evidence. We need really, a chain of evidence to show the training management, the training manager of our clients, the CEO. Chain of evidence is not only one. And that chain of evidence comes from the 4 levels of evaluation: the reaction, the behavioral, the results, the learning that took place. And once we show all this chain of evidence, only then our client will be satisfied, and only then they'll be delighted, and only then our business will continue. Okay? This shows the bottom line. As this comes to the studies, this study is done by in 2008, and it says about training applications. Now, this happens to me personally because I attended a lot of training during my work, during my job, and whenever I conduct training, I've been told by the participants, "Well, I wish you tell these things to my boss, because we cannot implement. My boss is, keeping me, or not allowing me to do more, or to implement some of the learning that I've done." And this is what happens. 70%, they try when they go back to work, they try the new skills and they fail because there is no support from the environment. 15% achieve the new behavior, they achieve the results that they want, 15% only of the participants, and 15% just, these are the guys who came for a vacation, they don't want even to implement, second, now, where is the real learning takes place? The real learning, where? Is it during the event? Or is it on the job? And this is the study says it's on the job, 70%. The learning comes in the job. So at the events, during the training, only 10% they gather. Now the real training will take place on the job, and I think that's why we need to reinvent our business and to be maybe more of it on the job rather than being in the learning events. And 20% prior to the being trained. They learn some skills prior to being trained. Activities contributing to the learning effectiveness. Follow-up takes the biggest, okay? 50% when we follow up, then we make sure. So follow-up, it comes from the supervisor of the participants. Then the supervisor, she or he, will see the participants on a daily basis, and they keep asking them what they learned, what they've implemented, and so on. So they are really, closer. It's better, and that's why there are some programs on, executive coaching that, our colleagues here highlighted that we don't do much of, and I think this is an area that we need to tackle. that is not touched. So follow-up comes from there. Learning events is 20%, the activities, and pre-work is 26%, almost in relation to the slides before. Typical learning investments in the application environment, 70% is where the money is spent, and preparation, only 20%, and readiness, and learning intervention is only 10%. Causes of training failures in the application environment, 70%. There is no application. Nobody is applying what they've learned. And preparation and readiness, 20%. Learning intervention is 10%. This is the ASCD study. Now we saw where we are and where we are focusing on and where is the learning really is taking place. So let's say where we want to be, and I try to make it as strategic as I can, but my colleague here, I think they did enough on the strategy part, and let's implement in my paper at least what we've learned from